It's the Beech Grove Scouting Report. I'm Mark James. Welcome once again to our conversations with Beech Grove head football coach Mark Weller. And if he's sitting a little higher in the chair this week, it's with good reason. The postseason is underway. I think the finest high school football tournament in the United States began in earnest last Friday night, and what a show at Beech Grove High School. The Beech Grove Hornets knock off Mount Vernon, their round one sectional opponent in Class 4A play. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on a monumental win for the program.
Thanks, Mark. I tell you what, I'm so proud of our kids, especially our senior class. We beat up a darn good football team, and again, I talk about that a lot, but that's our seniors, leading us and coming through, and just a great effort all around.
Well, and I think the thing that that impressed me the most, and you talk about senior leadership and the moxie, if you will, that those kids have. You want to be playing your best football when you get to the postseason. And can I go out on a limb and feel like that maybe you as a staff didn't think that was true of your football team?
We were struggling a little bit towards the end of the season, but I tell you, they really turned it up round one sectional. And especially when you look at our special teams and our defensive play, to me that was the real key. Our offense was sound as usual, but the defense and special teams really picked it up and gave us a chance to win the game.
Well, and I think week in and week out, you have tried to prepare your kids defensively to play physical, understanding that with the opponents you play during the regular season, Lutheran, Cecina, Monrovia, teams like that, those teams all love to hit Ritter, Speedway. And sometimes it didn't always translate, but for whatever the reason, Friday night, it seemed like that message was received and noted, and it translated on the field. You certainly did look much more aggressive defensively.
Really happy with the way our kids came out. We talked all year about, the need to be aggressive and so on, and it's better late than never. We've had flashes of it here and there, but I think we completely dominated Friday night.
Well, now, I know that because of the fact that the Indiana Crossroads Conference, there's 1A schools and 2A schools and 3A schools in the conference, and you closed out the season with Mooresville. I know that the Huddle software program, which, folks, is how coaches share films without having to meet face-to-face, and it's made that a lot smaller in terms of being able to connect with other football teams. How tough is it to prepare for a team that you really haven't seen and don't know much about going into the postseason?
It's tough because we're not familiar with the teams they're playing to gauge. And as you know, being a football coach, it's hard to gauge speed, size, strength, things like that. We knew they were a darn good football team. We knew they were a big football team. But the intangibles, you just don't know until you get into it.
When you looked at the sectional draw, you gotta play them eventually, whoever them might be it a new pal, who's in our sectional. Other teams, have the same mindset. But based upon how disappointed you were with how things ended last year, were you pretty happy to get a second shot at Mount Vernon?
Oh my gosh, there's when meeting with our seniors, we talked a lot about, hey, this is our fourth year. We've taken it on the chin a lot. We need to think about revenge a little bit. Revenge is sweet. Let's establish our program with knocking off the teams that have given us problems. And drawing Mount Vernon just played right into that.
Well, and what problems did you feel like they were going to present for you going into play Friday?
We were really concerned with their run game. They have big backs, a big tight end. Quarterback runs very hard. They're very sound up front. But, our kids really answered the call. I think they had a hard time adjusting to our speed on both sides of the ball. And our kids really rallied to the football.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Jim Leisure has been a line coach around here for a number of years. And I know Jim, he's a friend of mine, and we have mutual friends. And he and I visited before they took the field. And I said, well, what do you think based upon what you've seen? He said, we're going to have a tough time with their speed. And I think that played out. Now, you talk about we talked about the end of the regular season briefly and how we struggled a little bit, lost a couple of games consecutively. Let's face it, I'm not making excuses, but last Friday night, weather-wise, was ideal for Beech Grove football. And some of those games that you fell a little short in, you struggled in a little bit, conditions weren't necessarily conducive to the way that you like to play, especially offensively.
Right, and we've been addressing that since Triton Central. You know, our kids have to have the mindset that we're going to be successful no matter what the conditions are.
And that's what it is. It's a mindset.
Exactly. And we had a little bit of a mental block, but, you know, no matter what the weather is tonight, Tuesday night, you know, it's raining out this morning. We're going to go out and practice in it and really push that mindset that doesn't matter what's happening outside, we're going to be successful.
Well, another opponent, we don't know much about their opponents other than the fact that they did play Mount Vernon during the regular season, but we're on the road to Pendleton Heights. What do you see in their football team from what you've broken down in film?
I've played them previously when I was at Guerin Catholic, very familiar with John Broughton. They're going to be a solid football team, old school run and shoot, more run than shoot this year. They have good speed. They're a 3-3-5 defense like us. They swarm to the football. I think offensively we'll give them problems with some mismatches. Defensively, we need the same type of effort. They like to get the ball wide. They seem a little bit quicker than Mount Vernon. You know, we have to rally to the football and not give up big plays.
Well, you got to win Friday night, because if we win Friday night, the sectional championship's back here at the Heights.
Be exciting times.
Well, and there's no question, Jim Kaiser, longtime coach at Avon and Monrovia, Hall of Famer, said once upon a time, there was no tougher portion of this schedule to win than the sectional.
Absolutely. You know, crazy things happen. You know, if you look at Pendleton Heights, for example, they were beaten by more than 2 touchdowns by Greenfield Central, who they played in round 1 sectional. They got down by 14 points and came back and won the game. You know, so crazy things happen. Teams mature, teams gain confidence. So, you know, really you see some crazy things happen, and anything can happen at this point.
Everybody healthy so far?
We're in good shape.
Good. Well, good luck. Congratulations again. Huge win last Friday night. Thanks to all of you that came out to the tailgate party and supported the Hornets. You always make a difference when you show up. If you can't make the drive to Pendleton, follow us on Twitter. We'll keep you updated on the scores, and we hope to see the Hornets back here the following Friday night. Coach, good luck to you.
Thanks, Mark.
I'm Mark James, head coach Mark Weller, Beech Grove football. That's the Scouting Report. We'll talk to you next week.